Hey, so what's up, y'all? This is your homegirl Ricky MK checking in. Today I want to talk to you about epidurals, epidurals, because I feel that that's really important. If it's really one of the things that could avoid a C-section, because some females, like, they get an epidural and they end up having a C-section, because when you get an epidural, it becomes a 50-50. It's a 50% chance that you have it natural, because, I mean, you'll push, but you won't really feel it. But then there's another 50% chance that you'll get a C-section because you won't be able to push. Technology is making it easier for us, but at the same time, it complicates things, like when you take let's say a pill, like a Advil PM for whatever pain you might have, right? Cramps or a headache. But you take it and the headache goes away, right? But it says right there that it may damage your liver, or it stays there right there. But you see, it's kind of the same thing, because a epidural is really like, to society, it's a solution, But what happens when the solution becomes a problem? Because now, let's say if someone gets it and she's not able to push, guess what? A C-section. And now that person is going to have to suffer, And me, I don't mess with epidurals. I don't mess with epidurals because my mom, she got an epidural, right? But she told me, like, she didn't feel herself pushing. She was able to have the baby natural, obviously, but she said it really becomes a 50-50. So that's why, like, if y'all want like an advice, don't get an epidural. I feel like we as women, we are meant to handle like pain. We're meant to handle pain. And I know me, with the last one, my baby was big. I'm telling y'all, my baby was big. And right when I was like pushing, like, yeah, he was something else. But I didn't get an epidural. But to be honest, I really wish that I did, because the pain was like so intense. Like, more when you have a big baby, it's more intense than a normal baby, And like, I really, in my mind, I was like, I should have gotten it. But after I gave birth, and after everything, I had my baby in my arms, I was like, thank God I did it, thank God I did it. Because what if I was going to, well, I had it natural. But in my mind, I'm like, okay, let's say I get it. I would have got it. And what if they would have had to do a C-section on me? Like, would it be worth it? I asked myself that question, and I'm like, no, it wouldn't. It wouldn't. So, really, that's one of the ways to avoid a C-section, is by avoiding a epidural. I know it might really be hard, but we're doing it for us. You feel the pain. I know it gets so intense that you just want it to stop, but eventually it'll pass. And with the last one, like I said, I really felt like getting an epidural, but I'm glad that I did it, and that I was able to actually go through it, because God knows what would have happened if I would have gotten an epidural, God knows what would have happened. But if you're planning to get pregnant, or you're going like with your second pregnancy, or you have had a C-section, and you don't, well, you know, if you have a C-section, you can have a natural, but the best way is by avoiding the epidurals. Sometimes that's what messes us up, you know. And obviously, nurses or doctors are not going to tell you, you know what, hey, don't get an epidural, because they just want the. And it's rare when you find a doctor or a nurse that's really nice to you and actually tells you, you know. It's really like hard. But my advice to you would be like, try to avoid, you know, if you feel like you can't handle it no more, then I mean, that's up to you. It's really a personal decision, and I mean, that's up to you. But my advice would be, try to avoid the epidurals, you know. You might be avoiding a C-section, you know, put it that way. But yeah, oh yeah, well, you see, if you get a C-section, if you get an epidural too, you'll really have really bad back pains. Like, you'll wake up in the middle of the night like with a intense pain, you know. And you'll have to drink pain pills or painkillers. But you know, you might want to avoid that too, because it's going to be hard enough, like having the baby, and you know, a lot of things go on with your body after labor. So that might be like one of the things, like, to really consider. Hey, you know, if I get it, it might like take the pain away from me, you know, but it might add another pain afterwards. So it's really to consider it, you know, because it's really like I said, it's really a personal decision. But if you take it like into consideration, like a back pain, a possible C-section, you know, you're gonna be like, is feeling pain for like 4 hours, or depending on like how long you have your contractions for, like, or being with a C-section or back pain, would it be worth it? You know, ask yourself questions, you know. Ask yourself questions, and if the answer comes out like that you won't decide to get an epidural, then by all means, go ahead, get an epidural, you know. I'm just giving y'all my advice, because for me, I have 3 babies, and I have really, for the 3 of them, I have really avoid the epidurals, because I feel that, hey, you know what, we're women, we're meant to handle pain. Even though the last one I really wanted to break, because it was so big that I was like, I should have gotten I should have gotten an epidural. I should have gotten an epidural, but then I was glad that I didn't. And here I am today, you know. Here I am today, giving y'all my advice. And that'll be all for this video. If you like it, like and subscribe. That's all I can really say. Like and subscribe. Yeah, I'll be coming at you with another video. Probably about pregnancy too, because I feel like I have to give out my personal advice, because you know, not a lot of people do it. And I want females like to really know my, what's it called, my advice, or my tips. Well, I don't know how the hell to say, but yeah, I wanna like give females like a little information, you know, of what I think has really tried to keep kept me away from a C-section. You know, if it's health issues, like, yeah, I know you had to get a C-section. But if we could avoid it, I mean, little by little, I mean, try. But I feel that that's what has really kept me away from a C-section. So I'm sharing it with y'all because, you know, women, we should really share our things because, you know, you never know. What if I'm, like, by me saying, like, about the epidurals and trying to avoid them, by me saying that, you know, I might really be helping someone. I might really be helping someone who is pregnant or is planning on getting pregnant. You know, I might really be helping them. And I know for a fact that before I got pregnant, when I was pregnant, I did my research. I used to watch videos, and I mean, I never found anything about epidurals. And I feel like, you know, we as women, we should, like, not hate on another, like, female, because come on, like, we're women, you know, we go through the same thing. We had the same things, you know, we had the same things, and we have to stick together, because if we don't try to help each other out, trust me, these men are not going to. They're not going to, because they don't know, like, what goes on in a woman's body. They don't know what goes on, like, while giving birth. They don't know nothing about that, you know. The only persons who know is us. And I encourage females to share their stories or their advice, because, you know, you never know who you're helping. You never know who you're helping. That's why I'm sharing on the little information, you know, I have gathered when in my pregnancies. You know, I have had 3 experiences, and all 3 of them very different, but one thing in common: no epidural. Well, anyways, y'all, this is your homegirl checking out, and like and subscribe if you like it. Like I said, like and subscribe. Well, much love from your homegirl, and hope to see y'all soon. Much love from your homegirl. Take care.